All right, what's up, everybody? We are live. We're going to go over the paint scheme preview first. So there you go, dropped it in the chat. So let's get to it. Starting off first things first, we've got Ross Chastain in the Busch Light #1 Apple Chevrolet. So there you go, red on the side of the #1. Once again, a good looking scheme as always. Discount tire going to be on the Ford Keystone Light there also at the bottom for one Austin Cindric. Tree on the side of Austin Dillon. So far, nothing out there, but the Busch Light Apple is a little bit of I guess, a little bit of a fancy scheme or a unique scheme. We go with Noah Gregson's #4 Rasmussen Air and Gas Energy Ford, going with the green and the blue, a deviation from the standard here for the 4 car. So good looking car there. Valvoline on the side of Kyle Larson's #5. So a different look for Kyle Larson here today. Good looking Valvoline car as always. Do a good job. Normally Valvoline does. Blue Buffalo looking good on the side of Brad Keselowski's #6 Kroger Ford. Good looking paint scheme here. You've got the dark blue, and then you've got sort of a Carolina Richard Petty teal blue, also of the Blue Buffalo. So good looking scheme there. Gainbridge on the side there for Justin Haley. Good looking car as always, but nothing new. But here we go. Here we've got a deviation that I think some people can get excited about. We've got Slurpee on the side of the #8 Chevrolet for Kyle Busch. You've got the Petty Blue. You've got the Neon Pink. Good looking car. Right now, I'm going to put that at P1. That's the best looking one I've seen so far. You've got the black and the gold, Napa Gold filters here for Chase Elliott. I'm going to slot that in as #2. #3 for Ross Chastain, because we've seen the Busch Apple several times there. So that is the order right now as it stands. Seabest on the side there for Ty Dillon, a familiar scheme for him. Progressive on the side of the #11 for James Dennis Allen Hamlin, the law firm. Ryan Blaney and the #12 Menards Ford. We've seen that one before. Going to have Dutch Boy on the hood for this one. The #13 Mobile X of Will Brown. So there you go, Will Brown making his start here. Leaf filter, a colleague, sort of a colleague extra car here. So we'll see what Will Brown can do. Pretty good qualifying lap. Celsius on the side of AJ Allmendinger's Chevrolet #16. He is going to be a threat in this one as well. 17 Bodyguard on the side of Chris Buescher's machine. The patriotic colors here of the Tracker ATVs and boats here for Mr. Chase Briscoe. The #20 Craftsman, I'm going to slot him in here at #3. Going to bump Ross Chastain down to #4 for Christopher Bell, the #20 Craftsman. Racing for a Miracle Toyota. Good cause here, and I like it. The paint scheme, red with the children's hands there. Good cause, a good looking paint scheme. So I'm going to slot him. You know what? I'm going to put him at #1 because it's for a good cause. Right above Kyle Busch. So there you go. That's where right now Seabell's leading the way there. 21 Josh Berry, the Wood Brothers Quick Lane, familiar scheme for them. Joey Logano's base scheme here. McDonald's with the French fries and the ketchup, a familiar scheme as it comes now for Bubba Wallace as well on the 23, but also always a good scheme. They're all pro. Auto and reconditioning on the side of the #24 for William Byron. A different look there. And here we go. We're going to put him at #3. The Grillo's Pickles, the Flamin' Hot Pickles, the hot pickle car. Grillo's got the flames on the side. Todd Gilliland now in the 3rd position. I'm going to put him at a tie with Kyle Busch. Tie for second, and they would be leading if it wasn't for the good cause on the side of Seabell's car. Lucy on the side of Riley Herbst. Toyota there, the green and the white. Not a fan. Vermeer Midwest on the side of Zane Smith, mostly yellow car, but you got some blue trim. So good looking car for the 38. Andy's Frozen Custard for Stone Cold, Cole Custard on this particular evening. Really good looking car. I'm going to put him in the top 5 as well. Bump out whoever you need to bump out. Dollar Tree. Good looking car here. Got the red on the side, a throwback. The red is a throwback to Lee Petty, the red trim on the Dollar Tree car. So pretty cool little nod there. 43, of course, that nod goes to Richard Petty and the Eric Jones #43 Advent Health car. And then you got the Jordan brand 45. A lot of people go crazy about this one. It's got a shoe release that goes with it and everything. The shattered backboard. I don't like the car. It's not that great. It's black and orange and sort of gray, and not my favorite favorite. Jordan usually does a good job. This is not necessarily my favorites. 2311 does a good job. This just one, I don't know. This one is just kind of basic to me, but you know, whatever. A lot of people like it though. 45 for Tyler Reddick, 47 rates for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. the third. Red, white, and black. Let's see. Ally basic scheme for Alex Bowman. Number 51, Cody Ware, New Angus cheesesteak at Arby's, and that is on the side of the car. Sorry. Let's see. Number 54, Monster Energy for Ty Gibbs, their basic schemes. Build Submarines on the side for Priest, their basic scheme. Robin Hood, a car that did not make the field. Catherine Legg bumped out Corey Heim, but the Robin Hood car is a good-looking car there. You got the neon yellow. DePaul sponsoring the Blue Demons for Michael McDowell. Good-looking car, red, white, and blue. DePaul colors, good-looking automobile for sure for Michael McDowell. 77 Ziegler got the yellow and the gold. So there you go, another yellow and gold car to match Chase Elliott. A little more gold on this one, though. WeatherTech there for SVG. And then the 99 Jockey, red, white, and blue as well. So there you go. There is your paint scheme preview. Let's see. And here is the starting lineup for this race. We know what they look like. Where did they qualify? SVG got the pole. Michael McDowell going to be rolling off second. Carson Hocevar in the third position. Nice starting spots for the Spire teammates there. Tyler Reddick rolling off in fourth. Chase Briscoe in the fifth position. Kyle Busch going to roll off in the sixth spot in that good-looking Slurpee Chevrolet. Ryan Priest with a nice qualifying effort in seventh. Chris Buescher in eighth. Ty Gibbs. Don't sleep on Ty Gibbs. We're going to get to the stats here in just a minute. In ninth place there. Austin Dillon rolling off 10th. RCR showing some strength here at the street course in qualifying, at least. Alex Bowman rolls off 11th, 12th for Joey Logano. Christopher Bell going to be 13th, 14th, Kyle Larson, and rounding out your top 15 is going to be Brad Keselowski. 16 through 20 is going to be AJ Allmendinger, Ryan Blaney, Daniel Suarez, Will Brown, and Todd Gilliland. Riley Herbst rolls off in the 21st position. 22nd is going to be Ross Chastain, Cole Custer, the 23rd position man. Noah Gragson, 24th, and John Hunter Nemechek, 25th. 26 through 30, going to be Zane Smith, Austin Cindric, Justin Haley, Josh Berry, and Austin Hill, who had to qualify on time, and he did get in. Josh Palicki in the number 66 is a 31st position. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. qualified 32nd, and 33rd was Catherine Legg. Corey Heim did qualify 34th, but he did get bumped by Catherine Legg there. Eric Jones going to be in the 35th position. Cody Ware, 36th. Ty Dillon, Bubba Wallace, Chase Elliott, William Byron, and James Dennis Allen Hamlin starting shotgun on the field. The last three did not even turn a lap. So there you go. There is your starting lineup. Now, back in the day, I know teams would have bought the ride from Catherine Legg there or whoever, but not exactly how it works here today, or they couldn't get the deal done. So cool deal for sure. Let's look at the statistics. That's where they qualified, but how does it shake out? Best average finish in the two races, although he's only run one, Joey Hand, but he's not in this one. So actually your best average finish here is going to be tied between Ty Gibbs and Michael McDowell at 6.0. Kyle Busch next on the list at 7.0. Justin Haley, 9.0. William Byron, 10.5. Austin Cindric, 10.5. 12.0 for Chase Elliott. Then you got Todd Gilliland next and Tyler Reddick, 13 for Todd Gilliland, 15 average finish for Tyler Reddick and Chris Buescher. They are tied there for 10th. Previous race winners include SVG and Alex Bowman. Alex Bowman, the defending champ. SVG won it the first go-round and sits on the pole. That bodes well for him. Let's look at laps led because sometimes that tells the story. Christopher Bell actually has the most laps led at Chicago with 51. Justin Haley second with 23. And 18 apiece for Ty Gibbs and SVG. So there you go. Interesting statistic there. The other two men on the list didn't even crack the top 10, but 8 apiece for Bowman and Reddick. Bowman, of course, led the lap that mattered, even though he doesn't have that many. But let's go to the average rating here from driveraverages.com. And Ty Gibbs at a 112 is going to be actually your highest rated driver here. That's why I said don't sleep on him. SVG is going to be next. Then you got Tyler Reddick and Christopher Bell. Kyle Larson also in that mix. Justin Haley, Alex Bowman, and Michael McDowell. So there you go. Set your fantasy teams accordingly. And if you're playing the bracket challenge, don't forget to play the bracket challenge. Set your brackets or whatever, however that works. I don't know. I'm not messing with it. Anyway, Poll question is, who finishes higher, Michael McDowell, AJ Allmendinger, Tyler Reddick, or SVG? Right now, 73% saying SVG. I probably should have slid in Ty Gibbs, given that he is such a sleeper here. Let's jump into the chat and see what you guys want to talk about. Congratulations to Nico Hulkenberg on his first podium after 239 races. That is great news. Super glad that Hulk could finally get that first podium. It had been that had been one of the things, even if you go all the way back to the Netflix documentary series or whatever you want to call it. All the way back then, it was just it's been an ongoing thing. Certainly a lot of talent, just never got that podium, but he finally does now. Jamie Schweitzer says, future poll question suggestion: which driver will get their first 2025 win? KFB, Bubba Gibbs, or Catherine Legg? So there you go. That's the poll question that Jamie Schweitzer wants there. Carson Hocevar for the win, says PC Gone Rogues. There you go. Carson Hocevar, good qualifying effort. We'll see what he can do with it. If he can outrun teammate Michael McDowell and SVG to get that win. Who's cheering for Tyler Reddick, says John Ray. Tyler Reddick certainly can get the job done here. There's no doubt about that. I'm not a fan necessarily of that paint scheme. Man, it looks basic. They had so much more room to do something there with that. But he is definitely very good here. So he might put that paint scheme. But a lot of people do like it. So it is what it is. Has a chance to stick it in victory lane with the special paint scheme. Of course, Chicago, a special race for Jordan and the Jordan brand, certainly, since he played with the Bulls for such a long period of time. Jesse Daly, what's up, my friend? Good to see you on here. PC Gone Road, good to see you as well. Emmett Keaton, good to see you on here as well. He said, I'm cheering for BK. So there you go. Emmett cheering for BK. This is actually a good track for Brad Keselowski, so don't sleep on him either. Good qualifying effort for the 6 car as well, if I remember correctly. Hello, BB. Glad to be back. Are you surprised Briscoe is starting 5th? I'm not surprised whenever Chase Briscoe starts high. He qualifies well. He actually ran the Indy Road Course when we were running the Indy Road Course really well, except for that moment where he cut through the grass and took out was it Denny Hamlin that he took out there? So I'm not surprised. He has to keep a cool head for the entire race. That's my deal with Chase Briscoe. He's sort of got the Robbie Gordon syndrome where he gets the ADD at the wrong moment in these longer races. What's up, Shy? Did you see anything wrong with SVG's green, white checker flag yesterday? I thought the experience for SVG was the difference. I haven't had a chance to watch that race all the way. I didn't get home till pretty late last night. And took me a little bit of time to get the notes together for this one this morning. So I haven't actually had a chance to look at it. But judging from the commentary online, you're either on one side or the other. A lot of people saw it as just a veteran move. It's a move for the win. He didn't totally stuff him or anything. This is just what I've been reading. If you're supporting SVG, he didn't stuff him or anything like that. He just kind of moved him out of the way, which, given SVG's history, watching him in the Supercar series, very casual Supercars fan, admittedly, I've seen him move people out of the way too, but nothing super egregious. So without looking at it, I would assume it's something like that. And if you're a Connor Zilic fan, I don't necessarily think that they were saying it was super dirty or anything like that, although some people did skew toward that. But they were definitely unhappy with it because it was essentially teammates. So I don't know. I feel like it's just one of those things where it's the last few laps and anything goes, but I do need to rewatch it and see it. And also there was some chatter about Zilic missed the restart or something like that. He jammed up the restart or was playing games, essentially, is what they were insinuating on the restart. So I don't know, without having watching it, but it just seems to be that you're either can anybody win a race clean type of argument, or it's no big deal because it was the last lap and it wasn't that aggressive it wasn't that egregious of a move anyway. But I'd have to see the actual footage of it, which I haven't yet, unfortunately. That big cheesesteak on the side is god awful, says Shy. It's not. I'm not a big fan of the 51 Arby's car this week. I'll side with you there for sure, Shy. Chase Elliott car is fire, says Dirt Diff. Yeah, I think Chase Elliott's car looks really good. I like the black and the gold. Some people don't like it. I'm a big fan of that black and gold car. I think it looks really, really good. Let's see. I just hit 300 subs, BB. I'm so proud. Do you have any tips for me to grow my NASCAR channel, especially with posting only twice a week? Just as long as you're consistent, I would just say just stay consistent with it. That seems to be the biggest deal. And then there's all kinds of channels you can watch that'll give you advice on how to be the best YouTuber, but just be consistent, and that's the main thing. So just set a schedule, and if those, make sure those two posts are on the same day. If I could, every week. So like if you do it like a college class schedule, Tuesday and Thursdays or something like that, or Mondays. Well, for NASCAR would probably be more important on Sundays and Mondays or whatever. But whatever the schedule is, I would keep the days consistent. That way, people always know what days to tune into it. Do you think this will be the last race at Chicago, says Dirty Def? I think so. I think for the street course, this is a wrap. I think Gibbs will get the top 5, says Shaw. I think so, too. I think this is a good track for Gibbs, and he could shock the world and beat SVG. He's actually really good at road courses. Front row definitely misses McDowell this year, says Brian Carson. Yeah, he was a big loss for them. And a big, in my opinion, he's a big gain for Spire, because look at how well Spire's been running. Got more money coming in, and certainly have a veteran there, given that presence there that he also gave at Front Row Motorsports. What's up in between the lanes? Good to see you on here. Kathleen Legg knocking out Corey was the upset of the weekend, no matter how it happened, says Joseph Luton. Yeah, for sure. Nobody had that on their bingo board. That is 100% accurate about that. Corey Heim bumped out by, and look, Catherine Legg is no slouch. She's a really good sports car racer, and this car is more like a sports car. So these road courses, street races, that's actually more up her alley than the circle track type races that she's tried earlier. So not a huge surprise that she turned a pretty good lap given the equipment that she's in. And Corey, Corey Heim just didn't, for, whatever reasons. It is what it is. Didn't go his way on that particular day. No way Hocevar finishes this race without getting some stuff. He qualified great, but putting together a full race here is extremely difficult, says Dirty Def. Yeah, not only that, but, is this the race where this is the type of race where somebody can pay him back? Is this where Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is going to make it difficult? Is one of his other ops going to pop in there and take their opportunity to give him the big middle finger here? So, this could be that race. It's that type of race where somebody could do something like that. Just got here. It's going to be KFB's day today. I can feel it, says Adam Cawthorn. Look, I agree with you. Kyle Busch is excellent. He is an excellent pick here, no doubt about it. And like I said, if you're going by the numbers, driveraverages.com, Ty Gibbs is going to be, by the numbers, the driver to pick here. But I'm going to go with SVG. I'm going to go with SVG as my pick, and as my underdog or upset pick, I'm actually going to pick two people, and it's going to be either Ty Gibbs or Kyle Busch. So I'm with you there, Adam Cawthorn, 100%. I think Kyle's car looks good too. Slurpee livery, I think. Yes, absolutely. The Slurpee number 9 car, man, I hope he can get a win with that. That car, that's a good looking car. I feel like I need that die cast, but I need him to get a win with it first before I do that. Number 9 car scheme is Stilo. Stilo says, Shop, how tired are the drivers hearing about SVG? He's definitely came in and shook up the series as far as road courses go, says Dirty Def. Yeah, for sure. He's very Marcus Ambrose like. Whenever Marcus Ambrose was back when the 47 car was not what it is now, and back when Richard Petty Motorsports was struggling. But whenever he wasn't in the best equipment, whatever you went to a road course, that didn't matter. He was just so much better at road courses than the Cup guys for a long period of time. Yeah, he's very Marcus Ambrose like as far as road course racing goes in the Cup Series. Michael McDowell might win, but will NASCAR let him? Says FIA 390. That's a good question. Will we get a phantom caution if Michael McDowell stretches out the lead once again? I'm a big Zilich fan. I think the SVG pass was fine. Zilich gave up the inside and got outbraked. That being said, it stirs them up as teammates next year, says Bruce Garvey. Oh yeah, for sure. And somebody said Dale Jr. pulled him aside before he gave his interview to let him calm down and get some of his emotions out. That was a veteran move by Dale Earnhardt Jr. to let him get it all out right there before he immediately went on an interview and did that. So veteran move from car owner Dale Earnhardt Jr. there. People want to put a divide between Connor Zilich and SVG, create drama. That race will make Connor Zilich better in his long future, no problem. With me, but have you seen Connor Zilich's car after every other road course race? Says Tori. Yeah, and a few people pointed that out too. I think he ran Thomas Annunziata off the course or something like that, even in that race or something like that. People were pointing out, or maybe a race prior to. I saw a few people bring that up. So a few people had the perspective that Connor Zilich isn't always the cleanest race car driver either. So I don't know. I'm not super familiar with his game. I've only seen a few of his races, but I'll tell you this about Connor Zilich. He's definitely a stud. There's no doubt about that. So I look, at the end of the day, whenever you finish in second or third place, you just feel bad. And it sucks that they stick a microphone in your face because you're never going to have anything super positive to say. Because, like I've said a million times, I would rather finish dead last. I would rather finish dead last in a race than to finish in second place, because finishing dead last, you can go to sleep knowing that something probably happened to make you finish dead last. But finishing second, you're always going to be like, oh God, if I'd done this or done that, we probably could have won this race. So finishing second is like the worst thing ever as far as racing goes. Sometimes. Let's see. Sometimes finishing second, very rarely, but sometimes finishing second, you're like, yeah, we got everything we could out of this car. The other car was just better today. But very rarely is that your feeling when you finish in second place. Looking at the weather radar, I see pop-up rain around Chicago, says Bruce Garvey, and rain is certainly going to put it to the advantage of SVG as well. We've already seen that too. Number 8 scheme is very nice too, says Shaw. Yeah, I think the number 8 scheme is probably the best of the weekend, for sure. At least top 3 for sure. The Craftsman one is good as well. And what was the other one that I put in there? Somebody else had a good one too. But yeah, there's 3 of them that are going on pretty strong here today. Any thoughts on where Suarez ends up? Yeah, I don't know. He feels confident that he's got somewhere, so I'm just going to let him announce that. I threw out all the options that I think he's got out there. But, I feel like Legacy's on the table, and I feel strongly that's going to be his best opportunity if he can land that. He could probably also land a Rick Ware deal, but that might be 2 years away. But we'll see. We'll see what happens when all that goes down. Russell Dominguez, what's up, my friend? Good to see you on here as always. Marcus Ambrose was a very underrated talent. He would be amazing in this format now, says Brian Carson. Yeah, I agree. People forget he was really good at short tracks too. There were several technical short tracks that Marcus Ambrose excelled at, like Richmond and Martinsville as well, if I'm not mistaken. I know Richmond, he was really good at Richmond, if I want to say. But I need to look that up. But off the top of my head, I do think he had really good numbers at both of those tracks. Let's see. Russell Dominguez, what's up? Dirty Def, McDowell needs to prove that he can win a road course that has stage breaks. The one road course race he won, there was no stage breaks. Restarts make it harder, says Dirty Def. Yeah, and some of that can be leveled up to equipment as well. I heard on Sirius earlier that KB finished top 10 in both the Chicago street course races. To date, it might be his best track since joining RCR, says Adam. Hey, there you go. That's a good point. I haven't looked at his track since he joined RCR, but that would be an interesting thing to dive into. This is the race Hocevar gets punted. I bet is Stenhouse or Blaney getting the job done, says Jesse Daly. Yeah, that's I do think, I don't know which one it'll be, but I do think that this is probably, and it might be another op that we're not even thinking about. It might be another, in their opinion, Carson victim that steps up and gets his vengeance, his sweet justice today. So we'll see what happens. I would be more prone that it would happen at this type of racetrack than anywhere else. So this might be the day. This might be the day that people that don't like Carson Hocevar celebrate in the streets peacefully and without any incident. I think you're right, Jesse, says Adam. So yeah, this could be the day. This could be the day that Carson gets it. And I think Carson probably has that on his mind. So Carson's probably really going to want to stay close to the front for sure. On Earth 2, Haley Deegan won the NXT race today and has already clinched the season championship, says Bruce Garvey. So there you go. Earth 2, Haley Deegan, next legend. I kind of thought Legacy too for Suarez, says Shaw. Yeah, it kind of lines up with everything that's going on right now. But also I feel like they've got their eye on Jesse Love, because obviously that's what Bob Pocker said. So I feel like those are the two candidates. What if somebody over there at Legacy is getting replaced too? Like, what if they get both of them? What if you get Suarez and Jesse Love? Then silly season kind of gets going, you know what I mean? Not sure the contracts over there at Legacy or what's happening, but Legacy could be very interesting this season as far as free agency goes, especially if they find a way to get that extra, what is it called, charter. Replace JJ with Suarez. JJ needs sit his butt behind a desk, says Shaw. Just park his tail, says Shaw. So there you go. Shaw thinks it's a wrap. It's a wrap for James Johnson there, Jimothy, as it were. So, all right. Final results of the poll question. SVG, 66%, 13% going Reddick, 11% apiece for AJ Allmendinger and McDowell. So, all right. Set your fantasy lineups. Hope your driver does well in this one, and I'll catch you. Next live stream will be Tuesday, and then we'll make the episode after this one. What's RFK doing next season for their third car? The charter is supposed to go back to Rick Ware. Yeah, they're just leasing it for this season. So yeah, Ryan Preece is he's up in the air as far as we know. Or is, let's just stir the pot all the way up. Is Brad Keselowski going to retire and put Ryan Preece in his car? We don't know. A lot going on at RFK too, so that'll be a big one. Later, guys, go KFB. Crash in turn 1 to start in IndyCar, says Bruce Garvey. There you go. IndyCar off to a rough start. All right, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.